Welcome to Connect Group this week. I'm so excited to talk to you today about a new series, Changed Lives, focusing on our relationship with God and the stewardship of our treasure. Stewardship isn't just a way of life, it's a good way of life, because stewardship simply means belonging to God, allowing God to rule our lives. If we really put God in charge, we'd be better off, more secure and happy. I'm all dressed up today. I'm on my way to a wedding to celebrate with family. Weddings are so much fun, catching up with family, celebrating the joy of a new marriage, a new beginning. And that's what we're doing with this message series, celebrating. As a pastorate, we have seen amazing things happening, lives changing because of encounter with God. Through your stewardship and mine, people's lives are changing for the better. This past weekend, Father Rob shared some of his personal story, how his life was changed through stewardship. So I thought I'd share some of my story, the rewards I've experienced through giving. As many of you know, my husband John and I have 7 children. I was blessed to be a stay-at-home mom for about 18 years. We struggled to make that work, but we found ways to do that. I'd cut the grocery bill. I started couponing regularly. We cut the cable bill. All the things we could do to lower expenses. But when our youngest was about 2 years old, we reached our financial limit. The pressure on John to provide for everyone became too much. There was nothing more to cut. And honestly, we couldn't make ends meet. And throughout all that time, we'd always been giving to our church. We did our best to tithe. But the reality was, I was going to have to go back to work to make things work for all of us. And I have to tell you, I really didn't want to. And what I really wanted to do was stop tithing at that point. I wanted to see if that would make the difference so that I could do what I wanted and I could stay home. But John held it together, certainly better than me. He stayed firm that tithing had to be part of our plan. We had to turn over our financial situation to God and allow Him to help us to solve the situation. As hard as that was for both of us, we continued to give. And really amazing things happened. By turning our finances over to God, He did provide. I was offered a job that allowed me to stay home with the kids after school. The job that I found was right between all of the kids' schools, right in the middle, so that I could be present to them when needed. The job was even a nonprofit, something that I could really get behind, something I could be passionate about. And they were super understanding about my schedule and making sure that I could be with the kids when I needed to. So many details fell into place during that time. I was very anxious to make that move, but I really believe that it's because we surrendered our finances to God through our tithing that the details all lined up and everything worked out. I've personally experienced so many situations in our finances like this. I've had to struggle, though, with the idea that money isn't mine. I worked for it. I spent it. That's what I thought. This is what I thought most of my life, but God had taught me something. I can use my money to direct my heart to God. I'm just a steward. I'm not the owner of my money. And it's through my offering, through my sacrifice in the Mass, the offertory, that He does reward. Now, sometimes those rewards are not going to be here on earth, but they will be in heaven. Hopefully, you received a stewardship card this weekend. We're asking families to prayerfully consider their giving over the next few weeks, and then return their pledge the weekend of November 23rd and 24th. God has been changing lives through you, through your gift this past year. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what more He has in store this year. So I just want to thank you. Thank you for all of your sacrifice. So before we move into group, I'd like to pray together. Lord, we thank you. We thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you that we can always trust in you. You are an abundant God. And out of your great mercy, you have given us so much. Help us to use our money to direct our hearts to you. Guide our hearts and our minds as we look at our giving. Help us to worship you and to give our whole selves to you. We ask that you continue to use our gifts for your kingdom and for your glory. Extend and multiply its reach and its influence. May it be a great blessing to many. We ask all of this in your name. Amen.